I'm going to start hard mode unless you tell me otherwise. Alright, the button starts when it normally starts. Hard. I've already started. I'm very hard. Right, so you'll notice I haven't pressed the button yet, and this is because we're doing the timing that we normally do with, which is when you first get control of Batman, and this is when he suddenly veers to the left. There it is. Alright, so for those of you who don't know me, I am Robosparkle. You may recognize me as that guy who speedruns obscure Amiga games, and this is no exception. This is the obviously the HD remake to the widely acclaimed Amiga version of Batman the video game. It is, as you can tell, an action RPG in which you play the role of Batman in this game. And your task is to deliver the Joker safely to Arkham Asylum. He's all locked up. Basically, I'm so good at the speedrun that I've already captured the Joker. It's quite challenging to get this far this quickly, but you know, it does take a lot of practice. If you want to learn more about exactly how you get the Joker into the state when this early in the run, then please do go and look online. This speedrun features many of the quirks of the original, such as bat flapping, if I can get that going. Bat flapping is, of course, a staple in speedrunning for all the Arkham games. I did unfortunately hear that Arkham Knight does not feature bat flapping, but my reaction to that is, we'll see about that. I haven't had a crack at it yet. So this is the very first game in Rocksteady's very successful Arkham franchise, essentially creating a new continuity for Batman, mainly centered around the creation of superdrugs within the hallowed insane asylum, where all of Batman's greatest villains are kept in a nice, handy-dandy, convenient, easy-to-reach location from each other. And just in case that wasn't convenient enough, all of Joker's goons from Blackgate are here as well. Isn't that lovely? And definitely not a coincidence that we should be at all concerned about in any way. I should also start off with an apology. So a lot of you have been very generously donating for an incentive for Adam 8K to speedrun Batman Returns while I'm doing this section. Unfortunately, Adam and I did not realise when he would be here, when he wouldn't be here, and when the run was. Miscommunications, so we can't do it now, but we will get Adam to speedrun Batman Returns later on in the marathon when he is back at ESA, probably on Yellow Stream during one of the open blocks. So don't worry, it will happen, it just won't happen right now. So we're going to save some time here. Basically the Doctor is checking out Joker just to make sure that he's not too badly injured after his massive fight with Batman. So if you kind of stand behind Bowles there, he doesn't move back as far, which means the Doctor doesn't move back as far, which means that the whole sort of caravan doesn't quite move back as far, so it saves about half a second. Which in a 2-hour run is obviously vital to do. Must make sure this happens. So this is essentially a 7-minute kind of plot stuff at the beginning, where you get to see Mark Hamill revel in his glory as the Joker, and we also get to have a staring contest with this guard. Come on, Blinky. Yeah. He always loses. Anyway, so there's an order that goes out in a second to keep your guns trained on it at all times. Let's see who obeys that order. All right, no. One person, 2 people, 3, 4 out of approximately 8 guards. Yeah. Hey, check it out. He's going to be a boss later. Can you tell?
I've got your scent, Batman.
How on earth are we supposed to do damage to this guy? He's too big. Oh, check that out.
A toy collar won't stop me from killing you, Batman. I'll rip you apart, eat your bones.
Spoiler alert, that toy collar totally stops him from ripping me apart.
I really need to get me some new
Okay, move up.
Alright, so if I was doing this on my stream, we'd be about to hear some badass elevator music. Probably left bank 2 by the Noble Tones. I probably could get away with humming it. Do 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 do.
Not where you're going.
Do 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 do.
I still have a trick or two up my sleeve. I mean, don't you think it's a little bit funny how a fire at Blackgate caused hundreds of my crew to be moved here?
I thought I told you to stay quiet.
So in case you hadn't seen it, this is Bowl's whiskey flask. That will be an important plot point later. And check out this HD TV screen.
You've never let me catch you this easily. What are you really after?
No, nothing much. Hundreds dying in pain and fear. All their
Batshit.
meaningless lives brought to a horrifying conclusion. All thanks to you and a book of matches. Was
They
that
actually
the
put-
answer you wanted?
They actually put quite a lot of detail in the animations for this early bit. Like that last line, for instance, Joker will just look at wherever Batman is at that point.
What's he doing? Stay where you are. Get a flashlight. Get a light on him.
Well, that was weird and highly suspicious, but I bet nothing went wrong at all.
Trust me.
Everything is probably fine.
Our guest has arrived.
Intensive treatment. Lower floors are now in level red alpha.
So Batman, as you can tell, has a fabulous cape. This will take damage throughout the speed run, usually driven by story events. One of many people's favourite fact about Arkham Asylum is that one designer spent 2 years doing nothing but Batman's cape. And we are unfortunately going to undo some of his work with hilarious glitches. So sorry in advance for that. Right, let's get, oh man, here's some goons here. We'd better fight them. And by fight them, I mean totally run away.
I apologize for this
Hello.
interruption to your regular entertainment. Up until a few seconds ago,
Whoops.
I was gonna keep
Electrocuted.
everyone in the room just as much fun.
Electrocuted.
But then, well, you know how I do love a captive audience.
Well, they got keen. I'll open this and get back to it later.
With a combined sentence of 752 years.
Ah, bugger. Mistimed. So it is possible to attack those goons as soon as the door comes down, but it's quite difficult to get the timing on that one. So you have to make do with this. Oh, really, game? So when you're fighting a bunch of goons, the last goon is supposed to have his health reduced to 1, so the next attack knocks him out. It doesn't always work, like in that case. Now, there is a glitch I'm going to try and do here, purely visual, because I've got to wait for this conversation to happen. I'm going to get Batman to wear this. Great. And I'm going to get him to transform with his new costume into the true hero of this game. Arise, Ventilation Man! Arise! Stop. Yay! Oh, never mind. I'm sure we'll see more Ventilation Man later in the run.
Of course it is. Everywhere that madman goes, death is sure to follow.
There's a whole bunch of glitches in this game. Most of them are visual. There are some really simple ones that have only been relatively recently added into the route, which do completely wreck the game in some respects. So as this is hard mode, the quickest way to take out any group of goons is to do ground pounds on them, which basically means getting enemies on the ground and far enough away from their mates that Batman can knock them out without being interrupted. You cannot cancel the ground takedown move, so you basically have to be sure that you're not going to get attacked while you're on the floor, beating up a goon and knocking him out. Also, there's a lot of bats surrounding that guy. All right. Yes, Harley Quinn.
You picking this up? Arkham is... How do you...
All right, so I'm playing this on Xbox 360. There's a few differences between the different consoles. For the most part, they are very, very similar. The PlayStation 3 version has longer loading times compared to Xbox, and PC obviously has the much, much faster loading times. So Xbox is in the middle of that. PC owners also have another advantage that you can rebind keys. So what a lot of the PC runners do is they rebind their mouse wheel to the A button, or to the equivalent of the A button, so you can basically open grates almost instantly by just twirling your mouse wheel a bit. It's the upgrade of the version where you used to use the spacebar, which required far fewer presses. You can also use a similar mechanic to pick up the same Riddler trophy multiple times and get about 2,000 experience for each one. Again, that's an a glitch that only really exists on PC. So, that in itself doesn't necessarily speed up the run, but it does mean it's a lot safer. I will be getting a few Riddler trophies and Riddle scans that I wouldn't normally get during the run because they'll cost maybe a second or two. But it does add up, and it will give me a bit of safety when it comes to upgrades. So that's why I'll be doing that. So that's gliding mechanic. Oops, get there thing. That gliding mechanic is meant to be impossible if you're playing on a pirated version of the game, where Batman's cape simply will not deploy, and he'll just kind of flap his arms uselessly as his cape doesn't deploy. That's kind of designed to prevent you from being able to clear that room. It is actually a while before I'm required to be able to glide again. But there is another clever thing they did on the outside. So, here we have the Beta Titan. This is the prototype of the biggest, baddest enemies in the game, the Titans. It doesn't work so well. It is immune to all of my attacks, so you might think that's pretty good. But basically the way you defeat this is Batman has to nearly die, and then the Titan dies. So I've just got to hope that he only attacks me 3 times and not 4. Okay. Sometimes, very rarely, this dude attacks me 4 times because he's a git and wants to kill me. So let's just do a quick bat flap just to finish him off. Okay. Basically, you need a bat flap to kill him. It's not enough to simply wait for him to die. So that gives me enough experience to get my first upgrade. So in hard mode, the upgrade tree, you start with combo batarangs because basically it speeds up this whole knocking goons down quickly thing that I mentioned earlier. The combo batarangs keep goons knocked down for longer than an ordinary strike does, as much as twice as long.
Get in here before more of them come.
All right, so let's talk to Steve, the guards. All of the best guards are named Steve. I think they're clones of each other. All right, Riddler trophy, bat vandalism, and next cutscene.
Having a little trouble up there?
Is there some time for donation?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, we got a $5 donation from Anonymous saying Sup Robo from everyone in #Batman. We hope you don't fail Scarecrow 1 and Miss the Bell 100 times. Watch out for that garbage. Then we got another $5 donation from Anonymous saying, well, hello there, Robo. I'm sad I can't be in Sweden this year, but I will return. We have to improve Parasol Stars and I still need to get you to play Silver. We got another $10 donation from Vincent saying, no comment. Thanks for your donation, guys.
All right, thanks very much, Gons. Yeah, no, definitely need to get back to that Parasol Stars runs. Yeah, so as we said, shout outs to the #Batman crew. This is one of those games that, as a speedrunning community, it really is kind of everybody working together to break apart a game. Go on.
Setting up a crime scene.
To break apart a game. So, I mean, back in the early days of speedrunning this game, it basically used to be, for a long time, until about a year and a half ago, speedrunning this game used to be a case of, you know, tight execution, doing fights quickly, you know, maybe minor exploits, but there weren't really any proper glitches. And that was sort of the days when you had the likes of Master Zed and Honorable J speedrunning this. In fact, Honorable J still does speedrun this, which is quite cool to see. But then more recently, what will we say recently, about a year and a half ago, we had a chap named, oh dear, that was bad. That jump is sometimes quite temperamental. Okay, that's terrible. Yes, there's a chap named Dire Buck, or Diablo Head, who discovered a way to skip the second Scarecrow Nightmare, and much joyousness was had. And then a couple of months ago, this game was completely broken apart by a glitch that we know to exist in Arkham City, called the corner cover zip. The corner cover zip as it works in City doesn't work in Asylum, but there is another variation of it that does. I'll be using that quite a few times in this run, and because of various people, and I'll try and give credit where it's due, we skip all 3 Scarecrow segments. So the character that basically became probably the most loved boss character in the entire game is relegated to a very short scene where he breathes garlic breath on you and runs away. And maybe you see him at the end of the game. If it goes right, one of those 3 glitches is a one-shot thing, so you might see me do Scarecrow 1 anyway. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, so let's talk a bit about free flow combat. So free flow combat is basically what you see here. It's just moving quite quickly between targets. There we go. Once your combo meter gets to a ×3, you get to start kind of just flying around the stage, beating up goons. You do get minor slowdown at various points. Now, because I've got the combo batarang, the third strike, which is what sets yourself up for a free flow combat. Come on, it's properly game. Does cause slowdown, intentional slowdown. Just having multicolored detective vision, just because I didn't do it earlier.
The direct approach is suicide.
Yeah, so I use the combo batarang as the third strike when I can, because that doesn't suffer from any slowdown.
No problem, boss. Boys are just finishing off.
All right, you couldn't see it, but that batarang was thrown at a goon. Just knock him down, which goes on for just long enough for me to get into this fence and ignore him. You will find that one of the efficiencies that doesn't rely on glitches and stuff, but just exploits of the game mechanics, are in Predator rooms. So this is the first Predator room. I do 3 Predator rooms total throughout the game. The rest of them are done for a series of quite impressive skips. So that first takedown was silenced. The second one was loud, and that caused that guy to climb up the steps, climb up the ladder, and so I take him out that way. Now I have to go and see Officer Bowles. This will cause the cutscene after the second half of this room is done. All right. So this can sometimes kill me, but let's find out. All right, you're moving too quickly, so we'll go for you first. Oh, bugger. Shit. Oh, got me. All right, sometimes I think that first goon saw me and dodged my batarangs. It happens sometimes, not a lot I could do about that. I thought the batarang had hit him, but never mind. That's frustrating. Probably should have done the safe version of this room, but it is so much slower that I thought didn't really want to go for it. Obviously I know better now. This is kind of one of the differences between easy mode and hard mode, because in easy mode you can just basically bullet sponge your way through the rooms. In hard mode, Batman can take one volley of gun fire without dying. Try this again. Gotcha. Oh, really? Why didn't he get knocked? Okay, I actually have no idea why he didn't get knocked down that time.
Someone help that baby.
Well, rip the first Predator room. In fairness, this is the Predator room where I die the most. Because of trying to do it quickly. The other Predator rooms actually don't really have too much of a penalty for trying to do them quickly.
I'll have to come back and search this area once I clear the room.
All right.
The bat's back! He's over here!
Oh, great, I've got seen.
I'm moving around!
Yay! The first and simplest Predator room has been completed. We're... Yeah, thank you for, yeah, exactly as intended, by the way. All right. All right, so now the Riddler hacks into my communication system. We'll hear from Mr. Enigma throughout the run, a few choice points.
My genius has allowed me to easily hack into your primitive communications. My goal is simple. You complete a series of amusingly taxing challenges and, well, you'll see. Ready for your first one?
So here's the riddle.
But be careful. Don't cut yourself.
Don't cut yourself in this sharply observed portrait. The answer, obviously, is a girder.
So you did it. Well done. I would have expected a child to work that one out.
Yeah, I mean, Riddler's riddles are never really what they seem. Ah, I missed it. It is possible to get that
I'm over here, Batman.
that solution, but you have to be careful with your timing because you have to get it aligned. You have to scan it quickly. But if you scan it too quickly, then it won't have added it to the list of riddles that you can scan yet. And that's an invisible wall that doesn't leave until the guard does. So there's actually no way to get past him, no matter how quick I am. You don't know jack about Gotham riddle. It's possible to get on the run. It's quite difficult though. Gonna give it a go. There we go, got it. At least that one worked first time.
Is there some time for donation?
Huh?
Some time for donation?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Let's go for it.
We got a $5 donation from Vagons saying, Robo, please, you can't die twice in the simplest room. This is a real Robo Red Batman moment.
All right. This happened in my practice run as well. I died twice in that room and then nowhere else. So let's replicate my practice, eh? So I got my next upgrade, which was the twin batarangs, because you know batarangs are awesome and twin batarangs are twice as awesome. Stands to reason, it's science. It's also quite important that I get twin batarangs anyway, because it enables me to attack Poison Ivy 3 times as quick during her boss fights. It enables a glitch called batarang storage later. There's a few things very useful about it.
Oracle.
Okay, so one of the things that Batman has in his array of superpowers is the ability to dive kick goons from a very long distance. It's miles away. There we go. So that's basically the idea, is managing the goons that are still standing to make sure that they can't get you while you're ground pounding the goons that are downed. explosive gel enables a lot of glitches in this game,
Looks like there was a scuffle.
so makes it a very powerful weapon.
There could be a clue as to where she took Gordon.
And even though I don't get the explosive gel upgrades until Arkham City, and then get to retroactively keep it during Arkham Origins, don't know why that is, the explosive gel actually is useful in some of the combat situations, which we will hopefully see later. Okay, so what I'm supposed to do here, so this game has got lots of skips. So what I was meant to do over at the Batmobile, after after beating up the goons, I was supposed to investigate the clue that Gordon clearly left. Can you please fill up? Tingle, hello. My two dancing Clarens. How goes the River Dance crew?
Yeah, pretty well, I think.
Cool. So what was I saying? Yeah, so you're meant to kind of scan the area nearby and determine where Gordon went. And Gordon dropped his pipe on purpose to enable Batman to follow the tobacco, which will lead him to the entrance of the medical building, where he will get mocked by Harley Quinn for attempting to go in the front door like some kind of not ventilation man. But instead what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to explode your way into the roof and ventilation man your way through. So you can just go there. So basically sometimes you are able to just go wherever the hell you want without scanning things story related first. And other times, like with Bowles' Flask for instance, the game forces you to by cutting off the next area. So this is going to be the first major glitch that happens in the run, assuming all goes well. It is called the corner cover zip. And I think first it's probably easiest if I just show you what it is. So first we need to beat up these goons. So that wall takes out two of them standing stupidly next to the weak wall. And that goon went down without even... Oh, fell down. Definitely not dead, definitely not dead. Batman does not kill. So that's corner cover zip. And I failed it. So now I recognise that. So basically what I need to do is once I get out of bounds, I need to then glide. So that was a silly fail. There is a safety version of that, which I never do because I can't get it right. It is actually safer for me to do the riskier version.
Props to Robo for failing the safe version.
No, that wasn't the safe version.
No, I mean just generally.
Yeah. Fair enough. I didn't even know there was a safe version until recently. All right. Anyway, let's deja vu this room. Did he get shot this time? No, I didn't get shot. Okay. Wow, that goon's got really slow reactions today. Come on.
The room's clear.
There we go.
Safe now.
All right. I guess that's kind of the safety version because I took my time getting that. All right, and it worked. So, okay, let's explain what I did. This has several parts to it. Firstly, when you're in corner cover, if you this only works on consoles, by the way. PC owners have to do a slight variation, which I will do in a moment. You aim a batarang. You don't throw it. You then release the aim button, which causes Batman to throw the batarang away, to put the batarang away. While you're doing that, you then repress the aim button to get the batarang out. But before Batman can get the batarang out, you press A to leave corner cover. And this causes, and therefore the obvious solution for this from the game's point of view, is to immediately fire Batman at high speed towards one particular point of the map. It's the same point for every map, but it's different for each map. So wherever I am in that map, it'll always go towards the same location. And sometimes, like there, it enables me to go through walls. Now the second bit is when I'm there, I have to get out of the kind of tight space that I'm in and then glide to that part of the vent. But I have to do so quickly enough before the rest of the level loads. If the rest of the level loads, then I cannot get to the vent. I only need to get to the vent in order to trigger the cutscene where Scarecrow attacks. I don't need to save the doctors because, let's face it, saving doctors takes too much time. What I've just done now is a corner cover storage, where I store the corner cover state using my explosive gel. And I kind of wreck my normal batarang, so I can't actually throw quick batarangs. And for some reason it's not keeping it. I need to get this in a state where it keeps the glitch. because otherwise this next skip will fail. And it's quite annoying that this has taken 2 goes already. There we go. So that saves out a bit of running, but it also allows me to test the corner cover and whether it actually works. So, going to the morgue tells you to get out. You shouldn't be here. So, you know, obviously we leave. I'm nothing if not obliging. So, open the bags.
Father, should have.
It's Bruce, Dad. So in case you guys hadn't realised, Batman is under the influence of Scarecrow's fear toxin. But at the moment it's just weird hallucinations, so, you know, it probably won't get worse than this. You know, not unless this 3rd bag contains, I don't know, Scarecrow,
Is there...
3 spooky, 5 me. Right, so the next part of this, so that corner cover I stored earlier is used to skip this sequence, so if I can get this right. That's part 1, and that's part 2. So, use it, Batman. Right, and now I can shine the light of my soul on nothing. There's supposed to be Scarecrow. So what's supposed to happen is I'm supposed to kind of run, and there's a trigger for the next section, which is once Batman climbs up anywhere, Scarecrow appears, and I have to kind of start the 2.5D section. It is quite easy, even without the corner cover zip, to skip that the first climbing up section, but you cannot skip the entire thing. So you're kind of stuck with having to do the. Hey, check it out! I'm running through the cutscene. That's just a visual glitch. That glitch is extremely powerful in Arkham City, but in Arkham Asylum it has 2 uses, and one of them is to move during that cutscene. All right. So,
Totally legit.
Yep. So I'm about to do a very complicated fight skip. This was amazingly enough. Actually, I will do this fight skip. Okay. And that's the fight skipped. Okay. Yeah. For bonus points, guess when that was discovered?
Yesterday?
No, about probably a month ago or so. It is the latest trick, literally the latest trick. No, second latest trick. Second most recent trick to be discovered in this game.
Are you going to mic us?
So shout outs to Phoenix. Hey, AMVX, how was your nap? They said you're asleep. How was your sleep? Basically, I also use the corner cover storage and zip to skip some very minor amounts of running because I'm quite lazy. So this next bit, I basically have to get to Gordon without being spotted. I don't have to take out the goons. So basically, as long as they don't discover their mate's corpse on the floor, we're fine. Okay, so who would like to see the magical disappearing Batman? Magical disappearing Batman?
Of course.
Okay, let's do it. There he is. Haha! I fooled you, Bane. So basically, Bane is. I kind of have to stand close enough that he'll try to attack me by charging, not close enough that he'll try to have a swing at me, but far enough away that I can kind of get out of the way in time. I have to do this repeatedly. And this is the fight. On easy mode, you basically kind of stand in Bane's way and allow him to pound you. No, you don't. No, you don't. Basically, if Batman starts running towards the architecture, then he's going to rearrange the room. And it's very important that we do not allow him to do this because it wastes time. This slowdown wastes a lot of time, but whatever. Alright, get him to knock these 2 goons down so they're not interrupted. Oh, no. Okay. I took a hit, but I managed to, hurt Bane a bit more.
So the nature of this Bane fight is to never get him to hit that architecture like Robo said. It's purely just to keep him focused on Batman.
Okay, let's Escape. Escape, take too much damage.
Hey Mix, did we just take your seats on the couch? Oh, okay.
It's a couch. What's in the couch?
Okay. Dive rolling over goons makes you invincible, but there wasn't a handy goon nearby to use, so just dive roll away. Ah, thank goodness for that. Alright, Bane. That's a terrifying boss out of the way. These goons just kind of don't really bother doing anything while I'm beating them up, but Bane's down, so that's all that matters. And Bane is gone forever. Basically, Batman escapes, then uses his Batmobile to shove Bane into the water. Okay, so there are also zips that allow me to get through this area quicker, but on Xbox they are incredibly unreliable and half the time send me high up into the sky. Now, high up to the sky ordinarily would be good, but for whatever reason, this game has a sort of drowning, out of bounds weird trigger where Batman just kind of disappears and then reappears back in bounds. Exactly where I don't want him to be. Which is weird. It doesn't really exist in any other Arkham game. And it doesn't even exist in every single map. So like this area, for instance, I can totally fling myself as high up into the sky as I want. And it will just allow me to glide wherever I want to go. So it's just kind of weird that it does that sometimes. So anyway, I did another corner cover storage. I'm going to use that to speed up running through the Batcave and hopefully glitch a cutscene. But it is kind of unreliable. So we'll see what happens. Actually, I don't know if I could be cheeky. Can I ask someone for a glass of water? Because I'm only like half an hour in, and I'm starting to get dry already, and I've got another hour and a bit of rambling on to do.
I'll get you one.
Thank you very much.
Trying to say something like.
Identity
Huh?
confirmed.
So because I'm late, I'm not sure if Robo has covered it, but the corner skips were only found within the last year compared to previous runs that you would have seen of this, that you won't have seen skips like that.
It is possible to glitch straight into the cutscene, but I missed it. It's quite difficult though. This is still marginally quicker than running in. Plus, it also means that Batman does this and doesn't bother switching on his Bat computer, but does use it to investigate the cause of the Titan stuff.
It was totally never shut down.
No, he turned it on in safe mode. Only Batman can read it, including the audience. So now I have the Bat Stare. I mean the Bat Claw. I have the Bat Claw.
I'm going after her. She was heading to the mansion.
No.
I'm going up top via the catacombs.
Is there some time for donations?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright then, we have a $5 donation from the Gons saying, alright, another reason to throw money towards killing the pig. Hey Alco. And then we got a $20 donation from Honorable J saying, Robo, when will you join the master race? For your transgression, your punishment is pooping the party.
Ooh. Hey, someone's got to keep up the purity of the console generation. All right, this is a no. Okay, so that was a attempt at a fight skip, which has a 10% chance of succeeding. But even if it fails, it does kind of put me in the middle of all these goons. Rather happily. Yeah, it's a shame. If I get to skip that cutscene, skip that fight, then I basically get this, where now the goons are knocked out. They're trying to communicate with each other and complain about all the work they have to do. So I could hear these, unconscious goons whining about their situation.
Well, it is a pretty damn situation if you're just taken down by Batman.
Yeah.
I mean, I can imagine better days in my life.
Yeah. Anyway, more corner cover zips. This is just because I don't. Where am I?
Kick it over for a second. Alka, you not feed it to her, right?
Hey, I've got a water boy. Okay, so for whatever reason that zip didn't work. That's actually not happened to me before. I wouldn't say that's never happened before because that does sometimes happen on PC version with the runners. but it's not happened to me before.
Poor computers.
Yeah. Yes.
It's worth mentioning that pretty much everyone does it on PC.
What you'll see is there's a few times where I kind of move the camera angle a bit awkwardly when I'm about to do a jump. And the reason why that is Batman always runs to before the edge of a platform before he automatically jumps. Jumping in this game is automatic, I don't do it. Whereas if you move the camera angle, Batman actually waits till he either gets to the very edge or slightly off the edge before he jumps. Like in that. So that jump, normally Batman has to kind of climb up afterwards, but walking towards the edge allows me to avoid the climbing up animation. Right, time for some RNG. These two snipers point their guns in random locations, so I might or I might not get shot at. Oh, I'm going to get shot at. Bugger. Oh, there it is. Happily, if I'm dive rolling, then I'm completely immune to being shot at. Yeah, so as good as it, so basically snipers cannot miss you while you're gliding, but they cannot hit you if you're dive rolling.
That's rather a shocking coincidence.
Really?
Alco, I thought we agreed no more puns.
What? Who said that?
You had your shot at it and it's over.
I think we can still do a shootout here.
Alright, more RNG. Again, snipers pointing guns in random locations. Usually these two are fine. There's one behind me to the left. Oh, bugger. This is awkward. This is very awkward. I'm going to nearly die. Luckily, I'm immune to bullets while I dive roll. If we're lucky, we might actually get to see a bullet hits Batman. I'm pretty sure that one went through me. Alright, anyway. So I'll set up a corner cover zip while I'm waiting for these two to align. These two are really terrible goons. I'm just going to yank this ventilation bit off here. Hopefully they don't get... Nope, they didn't hear me. Whatever. Even though it landed right behind them. Top goons, 10 out of 10. Alright, let's see if this works. Yeah, close enough. Basically, I want to use the zip there because I avoid the goons and one of them has a gun. And that gun goon is not shy about what he has. Actually, I'm going to get my... So, this is the remote control Batarang. This is essential for skipping Scarecrow 2. So this is a skip discovered by Diebuck and, in my opinion, improved by Honourable J. And basically how it works is this. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go through a sequence where you find Dr. Young's fingerprints on a library book and it leads you to a section where her notes on the Titan process are kept. Batman destroys them and is then beset by the Scarecrow again using his fear toxin. After a series of parkoury stuff and escaping his own nightmares, Batman awakens somehow at the top of the bell tower. He has to cut the rope which knocks the bell down and opens the next area. Diebuck discovered that these cracks in the floorboards are actually cracks in the floorboards and not just, designs. Oh, I really cannot see on this TV where this is going. There we go. Which means I can throw a remote batarang through it. And then Honourable J found a gap. Dang. And then Honourable J found a gap which is much easier to do that with. So I missed it the first time, so I have to wait for I think it's a 15-20 second recharge.
Well, you can drink the... Well,
no, I can't.
Oh,
I'll have long enough while the bell's dropping to do this. I just want to concentrate. This thing is quite temperamental. Like sometimes it can look like it goes straight through, but I knew it wasn't accurate. There's a kind of, not just a visible hitbox, but also an invisible one that you kind of have to hit. So I'm going to try and readjust. Oh, and sometimes the camera does that, where it just kind of goes, no, we're going to make you look forward now. We're bored of your horsing around. Okay, that did not turn quickly enough. I'm not in the right place.
So for the most part, he's using his crosshair to aim in with a specific section on the planks that are there. And more importantly, as he mentioned, the actual rope itself has a very weird sort of hitbox, if you will, where you can pass straight through it, and if it's slightly too high, it actually doesn't trigger. And unfortunately, every single miss, you have to wait for the stupid remote control to recharge. But this is easily the best setup that has been discovered.
It's the dumbest trick in the game.
Outside of all the different ways that you can get a Batarang through those pieces of flooring, because everything else has a much lower rate of success.
That's far too quick for the turn. Oh, I'm screwing up now. I mean, I'm continuing to screw up now. I really hate marathons sometimes. I really don't like not being able to see those holes in the floorboards. Not that it affects anything, of course, but still. Oh, come on, really?
At the end of the day, to actually do Scarecrow 2 still takes you a lot longer than doing this. Scarecrow 2 takes you about an extra, nearing 10 minutes, depending on how...
minutes.
Yeah, depending on how well you can do the section. But yeah, most runs are at about 10 to 13 minutes.
Sometimes for no adequately explained reason, readjusting your position works, so I'm going to try that. This would be a really useful time for that sort of Jeopardy waiting music or whatever.
Is there some time for donations?
Yeah.
Alright.
Come on.
We got a $60 donation from Tomato Goatee saying, Robo, you better poop that party. And we got another $10 donation from Anonymous saying, looks like Predator rooms are the bane of your existence. Don't fuck it up any further though, Robo.
Okay, that was it. Come on, game. Also, Marco, that's how you do it.
That just went cleanly through the rope, right?
Yeah, that was so through the rope. I have no idea what's going wrong all these times. I really do not have any clue. I'm gonna, I don't know, move further back, see if that helps. I've never had it go through the rope so many times and not cut it. Okay, that one's got a different target. Let's try this. It's just not turning. What? Okay, now I had the aim, but it didn't actually go through the bloody hole. Okay.
Now this makes even less sense to me.
What? Why is it not even going through the hole now? Finally!
There we go!
Yes! Yes! Yeah!
I'll say that's success roundabout.
First time!
That's getting marked on the that never happened before
First time,
board.
first time that it took so long, right?
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Sorry, I meant first time today.
That's also getting marked on the easy every time board.
Easy every time that it doesn't matter.
The honest answer there is that skip, that bell skip is actually not very easy at all. Some of the runners, I know for myself, it took me about 40 minutes to just be able to get it the first time out, and that was not with that setup.
That was Zaz's weekend call there.
Another runner took 3 hours until they were able to get it for their first time out. So it's definitely not an easy skip to get, unfortunately.
It's been a very long time since it took me that long to get it. Alright, a few free riddles. Completely free there, so might as well get them. Yeah, no, it's been absolutely ages since it's taken me that long to get it. I have no idea why. I mean, you know, most of my runs are usually sort of between 1 and 3 attempts. Like once you've got it lined up, it's almost simple, but yeah, don't know. Marathon luck. Anyway, so that is the mansion complete. Obviously, as you can attest, I've completely scoured the mansion of all clues. I've beaten up loads of thugs, by which I mean 5 thugs. And yeah, it's time to move on to the penitentiary. Okay, so what happened in the cutscenes you missed? Well, Dr. Young, who I totally didn't save in the beginning of the game because I did Dr. Skip, I then had to save her, and I couldn't Dr. Skip her because if you let Zaz kill her, then it's game over. So obviously Dr. Young cannot die, so therefore I have to save her from Zaz, and then she gets killed by the Joker. So yay, Dr. Young dies anyway.
That's why you don't bother.
All of my efforts were completely meaningless, which is why I don't really feel guilty about not saving her the first time. Interestingly enough, because I did Dr. Skip, she can, if I go back to the medical building after the run and go back to her room, she can still die. Even though there's no one in the room, she'll totally die, get shot by goons, and I'll get a game over for not rescuing Dr. Young because of glitches. So anyway, I've now got to save the Warden. I've so far sucked at saving Dr. Young. I did pretty well at saving Commissioner Gordon. The doctors I did not do well at saving. So let's see how well I do at saving the Warden. Oh really, Batman? Sometimes Batman insists on doing very elaborate takedowns which take ages. Even though it'll get him, slapped in the face. That's a free experience there, so might as well go for that. Usually I get a hit there sometimes if the goon attacks me quickly enough, but it's faster than actually attacking him, so go for it. Right, set up another corner cover zip. There. Oh, I didn't explain how corner cover storage works. So when you're in corner cover and you get the explosive gel out, you can basically interrupt your animation of using the explosive gel by getting out of corner cover and throwing a quick batarang at more or less the same time. And yeah, that enables you to take your corner cover state with you at all times and initiates the zip. All right, so here's the donation incentive for the glitched Ivy cutscene. All right, so I activated that, which is all good. Where the hell am I? I'm there. Brilliant. Let's go forwards. So yeah, in a minute I will show you Ivy's true secret. But first we have to go in here, scan Aaron Cash, aka Clayface. All right, so this is the scene. Poison Ivy is rescued, liberated, freed by Harley Quinn. So yeah, which is annoying because I skipped the cutscene where Batman specifically tells her to stay put and not escape. That was awkward. I probably should have told her to stay put and not escape. But whatever.
Well, I mean, at least she has a reason to escape and not stay put this time. Yeah.
Well, she says that the plants are being hurt, and it's true because that's where the Titan production facility is. Where's my thing? There it is. Actually, I want to. All right, so I've just done another glitch called Batarang Storage, where basically I freeze my batarangs and I'm unable to use them. So, Poison Ivy. Oh, there she is. This is what happens if Poison Ivy escapes before you play her cutscene.
Really not interested in a bunch of flowers, Ivy.
They're in pain, crying for help.
Just stay where you are. The last thing I need is you running free.
Yeah. Do not escape, Ivy. Don't even think about it. Alright, so that little glitch I did basically enables me to interrupt my own ground pound animation. The enemies still get ground pounded, but I can move quicker. It does come at the cost of killing my combo. Anyway, so this fight is kind of the first of the more interesting ones where actually beating it quickly does not just involve beating up the goons, but involves a little bit of Batman-style ingenuity. So, get a gel there. It basically also how to recognise the fact that the Bat Claw and the gel are quite overpowered. Oh, I didn't knock any of them off. Ah, boo. Ah, good. No, where are you going? Come back here, you back. So get the range amplifier there. That enables me to start hacking from long distances. So here it's just convenient, but later on it's used in actual skips. All right, for safety's sake, I'm going to get some free teeth.
Pacification system deactivated.
So they've got less experience than I would like to.
You are performing just below my predicted expectations. At this rate, you'll never beat me.
All right, so here it is possible to beat up the crazies by knocking them very, very high into the air, and then they just get knocked out like that. So that little woo you heard indicates that I dive kicked the dude at the exact right time. I didn't get the bat flaps. Bat flaps are kind of important, but I can live without them if absolutely necessary.
They manipulate the RNG in a favourable way, right?
Yeah, yeah. The reason Bell Skip probably failed so often is I did not manipulate the RNG enough.
Ah.
Yeah.
What about Bruceman shuffles?
Bruceman shuffles are in City.
Oh, only there?
Yeah.
What a shame.
I mean, you can do the ventilation man shuffle here, but unfortunately it costs time in every instance. So you just have to kind of be a man and just take the bad RNG. Is it a whole new world over there? It's,
yeah.
Okay. Alright, so I use the Twin Batarang to rescue the guards because then I have to sit through one slow motion Batarang cutscene. I'm going to attempt to open this next door quickly. I've not managed it before, but you know, whatever, give it a go. Ah, I didn't get it. Ah, that's badly timed.
Come on, keep up. You getting tired? Let me give you some help. Ooh, you're getting warmer.
All right. So going to attempt a quick glitch here, which will enable me to run during a cutscene. It's a neat little glitch, but this is kind of the only use we've found for it so far in an actual speedrun sense.
Except for instances where you get stuck in a waist-high vent and you end up stuck there forevermore. And Robo, don't lie, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Right. There.
The one where you got stuck in the vent and you couldn't get out because you didn't rip the vent off and you just skipped up there.
Alright. Oh yes! I managed to knock two of them out without actually doing anything. That's pretty cool. I didn't even know I could do that. Get over here, you. Come on.
Let's turn up the heat. Anyone for fried bad wings?
Hit me.
There we go. I think that's all of them. Oh, no, there's some more. I'm not actually used to having my cycles are out of whack now because I took out that first lot so quickly. Oh, I didn't fall off. Never mind. That's a very fun IV.
Oracle, I'm done.
All right. So yeah. Basically, the glitch that I keep doing and then not explaining is batarang storage. And what it essentially is I'm throwing a quick batarang, but I'm interrupting the quick batarang animation with either a multi-batarang or an explosive gel detonation. And then I'm recalling that animation at various points. So that. Wow, that dude's legs are twisted there. That didn't work. It doesn't always work. I can only really do it at doors because setting up the glitch takes more time than the glitch itself saves. Alright, so overall I'm pretty happy with how the penitentiary went. Time for Botanical Gardens. So yeah, occasionally I'll just launch myself at crazies because it's quicker than running. There's a lot of effort gone into movement speed in the general running of this game. I mean, in normal circumstances, the quickest movement you have available to you is the line launcher once I've got that upgrade. Next is gliding, then dive kicking towards an enemy, and then running. So, you know, running's kind of a last resort if I don't have anything crazier to do. Oh, and grappling is pretty fast as well. But there's no way to cancel grappling once you started it. Okay, so let's see if I can get this zip done properly. Ah, didn't get it. So there is, that zip can send me basically straight to the front entrance of Botanical Gardens, but sometimes it misses for no adequately explained reason, which is annoying. Can you climb up, please, Batman? Okay, so this is where the final Predator room is, and also where I skipped 3 Predator rooms, more or less on the trot. Seriously, game. At this stage, I don't necessarily need experience, but I do it to be safe mostly. Alright, so those goons are electrocuted, but they're definitely alive, don't worry. Alright, so this next room basically, I kind of have to skip it twice, and you do this by not letting anyone see you or taking out any goons. So here it's a case of, there we go. It is possible just to walk behind that guy, but if you do it straight away without doing a checkpoint restart, there's usually someone above who will see you and shoot you. But if you batarang him, then he only sees me about 10% of the time. He's even blind on my way back. You'll like it. Anyway, do an instant takedown on that dude. Alright. Yay! Shut up, dude, I'm getting to you. First I'm going to disable the highly dangerous bomb next to you, and then maybe I'll cut you free. As long as you don't give me any more lip. There you go, Carl.
Thanks.
Alright, so basically Joker's going to chastise me for essentially looking ahead at the results, and the reason he does that is because what I've essentially done is the way you kind of meant to do it is the trail leads you into the other door. So first I have to very carefully sneak past this guard. Hey dude, just going to grapple past you there. Alright, hope you don't mind. And you're supposed to go into here where there's an electrified water trap. But I've taken out the power, so, you know, I can just ignore that bit.
I need to find a way through this mess.
So, it is time for Ventilation Man. I just donned my costume, go inside. That's a free riddle.
Isn't it? Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Oh yeah, on the subject of minor optimizations, you'll see whenever I detonate an explosive gel on the wall, I dive roll through it because it's quicker. Essentially what happens is, if Batman detonates an explosive gel and he's in the radius, then he'll get momentarily stunned. He won't take any damage, but it is therefore quicker to dive roll, which not only makes sure you keep moving through the explosion, but also that you don't get the stun animation. Where am I going? Sometimes the camera is a bit annoying and it just starts looking in a random direction, can be pretty disorienting. So this is the last Predator room that I actually do, and above all else it is vitally important that I take out the dude in the control room first. You know, I actually cannot afford to take out anyone else first, except maybe him. Alright, so because that dude is at the edge, I can just batarang him down, so the guy in the control room is actually now the third person I've taken out. I yank him off the edge. Yeah, off the edge. And that's the Predator room.
Joker wanted the entrance to the Titan production guarded. I should pick up Harley's trail again so I can find it.
So yeah, so now it's time for raid fights with 2 Titans, as if Bane wasn't enough. We now get to see what this whole Titan fuss was all about. Okay. So, Titans. In easy mode, there's a really great strat where you can basically just cheese them out and get them in a kind of stun lock situation. Hard mode is not dissimilar.
So are we a little Titan reasoning while they're here?
Yeah, keep trying.
Do my best.
Alright, so basically what I want them to do is to attack each other. Or at least not to attack each other necessarily, but to hit each other somehow. Alright, so now we go for a rodeo. The explosive gel is very, very useful against Titans. Again, that was actually quite a recent discovery as well. Not only is gel quite useful, but you actually have a fair amount of time which to use it. Okay. Oh, crap. Didn't realised that he was really... Go, and hopefully, there we go, just attacking each other for me.
Someone should really tell them who they're actually fighting.
No, don't do that. Definitely don't want that to happen. Right, you, get over here. Alright, it's one down. It's not really how I'd like to do this fight. It's a bit messy, but it works. Anyway, once you've got one Titan, it's actually quite trivial because you can just get them into a loop of attack them, gel, attack them. And then it's actually quicker to finish him off with the gel. That was a fun fight. I took a little bit too much damage for my liking there, but I didn't have the bat snack. So this is why I have so many upgrades available, or try to get as many upgrades available as possible. I'm going to have a crack at going for that trophy.
I'm going to need something to get over this ravine.
That's it. So the main reason we jump down there after Batman says, I need to get something, I need to get over this ravine, I need some help, is because if you stand around, then he wastes time pressing a load of buttons on his back computer to summon the Batwing, which of course would be ideal for crossing the ravine. So thank goodness we have the Batwing, you know, to deliver a vital upgrade to us. Not to actually fly around the asylum, you understand? That would be no, exactly. That'd be far too obvious.
Far too overpowered now.
Yeah, no, exactly. You know, Batman's got to give his enemies a chance. Okay. Bye, Batwing. See you in the next game. Shooting overhead very, very quickly and not really helping us at all. Okay, so now we come to my most hated skip of the game. And yes, my most hated skip of the game, even after the fiasco we had with Bell Skip. The difference being is that this one, if I fail it, I can just do the, well, not the intended route, but kind of something a little bit slightly more intended. And of course I get it first time. So yeah, this is more corner cover zipping. That was called garbage skip. It's called garbage skip because I do the skip on garbage, but also because the skip itself is garbage. Basically, you use the corner cover zip to fling yourself into the garbage, which is angled, so it shoots you very high into the air, and then use that to kind of glide over. No, I don't know why Batman stopped gliding there. That was my attempt to skip that room, but apparently Batman went no.
I want to fight these guys.
No, yeah. At that point, those guns literally would have insta-killed me. So, no, not interested in that. Thank you. And I don't know why he's climbed there. Anyway, let's try this again. Thank you. So yeah, so that was garbage skip. Yeah, and basically, annoyingly enough, both the PS3 and the PC versions have a very slightly faster and definitely more consistent variation of that skip, where they climb onto one of the troughs at an angle, climb up out of bounds, and then there's an invisible platform that takes them to the next room. Very, very quick. Fortunately, that invisible platform does not exist on Xbox. I don't know why it exists on both PC and PS3, not on Xbox, but there you go.
So was it removed for the Xbox version, maybe?
Sorry?
Was it maybe removed for the Xbox version?
I mean, that's one theory, but yeah, I mean, it's just hard to see why that invisible platform isn't there. I mean, In PS3 and PC, it is very tenuous. You have to. Bugger. I did try to get a corner cover zip there, but that one's quite temperamental, so it doesn't always work. There is a corner cover zip there, but again, it's not reliable, but it can fling you very high up into the air and just kind of more or less instantly take you to this door. And it costs almost no time to attempt it, so figure what the hell. But yeah, no, that platform is very, very tenuous. If you kind of stop moving, it stops existing. Right, so that is Scarecrow Free Skip, courtesy of Kojasao, who's the current record holder for this game. Yeah, he's got that quite quickly. So we now no longer need to do Scarecrow 3. Basically, you're generally supposed to do a lot of these things in order. This runs on the Unreal Engine, and it has different chapter triggers for when you complete certain events. So you can't go to the Batcave before defeating Bane, you know, that sort of thing. The Scarecrow nightmares do not factor into this chapter system at all. So yeah, you can quite happily skip them completely. In fact, if there is a way to skip through, so that door where I had the fight skip where I just walked past the goons, if we find a way to get past that door without doing the Scarecrow nightmare at all, then Batman will spend the entire rest of the game with cool glowing red eyes. Yeah, so we definitely want that to happen. So, Killer Croc time. Ah, dang it. So it is possible to just skip past that cutscene and glitch Croc, and it's quite amusing. But instead I'm going to do this the normal way, since apparently the game is forced me to. The zips are very temperamental. And it's definitely not quicker to attempt to try that again, so it's kind of a one-shot thing. Didn't work. But anyway, Croc itself is very, very well-rooted, I think. Instantly, so you get 5 different spores here, and you have to collect them all. But it actually, to a certain extent, doesn't really matter what order you collect them in, because you kind of have to retread the same boards the same number of times, no matter what order you get them in. We've found that there really isn't a difference between getting, say, them in the order that the game recommends, according to the sort of hot and cold meter, compared to, say, just get them in whatever order you feel like. Right, so I stopped there for just a second, and what that does is it opens up. Basically, Croc has various... Croc can kind of jump out of the water at you at various points, you know, if you're being too slow, or if you're creeping around too much and, you know, playing according to the mechanics of the game. But he also has specific set pieces that he jumps up on. So after the second spawn is one of them. Croc will jump out of the water, smash the gate open and come and get you. If the gate has already been destroyed, he won't. So it's much quicker to do that because you can just kind of line launch across. As we've already discussed, line launcher is the fastest way of moving generally, especially given that the longer you're on the line launcher, the faster you move. That's another set piece. You need Croc to break down that wall, and again with this one. But then if you use the line launcher in the traditional way, like going straight down the flanks, then Croc punishes you by immediately jumping out in front of you. That is actually kind of useful for manipulating Croc if I want it to appear at a certain location. I generally don't need to use it too often. This one I can just zip past Croc there, kind of completely ignore him, and this takes me straight to spore number 4. For whatever reason, the game actually allows you to cancel gathering spores. It doesn't really help though, so I have no idea why you would do it or why the game allows it, but that is an option. Oh, missed. Yeah, you don't want to grab the exact walls because otherwise you will get dumped into the water. And shut up, Croc. And going into the water will lead to your doom. Oh, where did he? Oh, okay, there he is. If Croc jumps out, then it's a big payday because you can just keep running, keep running, keep running. Unless he does that, and you kind of automatically just went into the water very, very quickly. And so that's all 5. Yeah, so the only thing I regret about not being able to zip past the cutscene is if I do successfully do that, then there is quite a hilarious thing where Batman just goes, I need to formulate the antidote. And it says, haha, you set up a sonar beacon. Interesting. And there's just nothing there. It's just a pipe. It just zooms in on the pipe. And it says, very clever of you to set up a sonar beacon inside that pipe, presumably. All right. Yeah, Croc sometimes sends his arm out at you just in case. It can't actually grab you though. Did I get it? Yes, I got it. That is very difficult to get, and I can't believe I went for it because it's quite unreliable, but you can cut multiple corners in one go. Come on, get past, yes. And yeah, you can totally bum rush Croc if you want. He has to spawn like practically right next to you. Go on. He has to spawn practically right next to you, but yeah, it totally works. Oh no. Okay. All right, let's see if we can get this. Come on, Croc. No. All right, sometimes if I hook that, then Croc jumps out of the water and he appears there and then disappears right before this happens. But it's only happened to me once. So running. Actually, I'm going to get a quick upgrade. Just take some time out to upgrade myself. This will speed up the cutscene by about 20 seconds. Plus proxy debts are very useful for the Titan elevator coming up. Elevator Titan coming up. So basically, Croc jumps out of the water instantly because I've got a thing going. It is actually possible for Batman to stand on the edge of that and kind of collapse himself into the pit as well. At the same time as Croc, you kind of see them both falling. Batman, however, gets the option to escape. So you can kind of have a very dramatic escaping sequence where Batman both escapes and opens the gates and does a weird flickering thing. But they can also kill you, so...
Kind of a pity, don't you think?
What's that?
That Croc falls down the pit.
Yeah, although I've glitched down there. There's nothing down there. It's just water and a bunch of out-of-bounds stuff. So if anything, we've basically killed Croc with boredom rather than actually killing him.
So there's not even some picturesque picture down there?
No, it's just a kind of a tube and a hole. Interestingly, you can kind of get Croc to kill you whilst also escaping from the pit. And Croc enters this very weird glitch state where you kind of become Batman's first-person view, and Killer Croc just kind of lies there, having killed you presumably, or pretending to kill you. It's very, very weird and freaky, and doesn't speed things up, so I don't do it.
Where dying does not speed things up.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes you wish
there's no death warps in this game.
Yeah, goof trip strats, please. Or more precisely, goofy strats.
All right, so yeah, welcome to one of the few sections of the game that I do as intended. I say as intended, I still skip a bit, but you know, close enough. So you're kind of meant to go to that section on the right there. There's a Riddler trophy, and you climb up places, and then you line and walk over to this bit. But you can just glide here. You can make it just about.
So it's about as intended as it gets in this game?
Yeah. All right. Oh, we grappled to the wrong place. Sometimes Batman does this. Seriously, you're not going to climb up?
He doesn't want to get on top of things.
Yeah, well, sucks to be you. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a quick checkpoint restart, and what this will do is it will reset the location of the goons I just dashed past. And if I'm very lucky, Ivy's flower will help me out and kill some of them for me. No, not kill, knock out safely without any future injuries. Obviously that's quicker to do on PC with the shortened loading times, but actually still does work on Xbox, plus it makes the fights much simpler because I'm not fighting so many things from different areas. So, Ivy. Really? Okay, I didn't help me out at all there. Very disappointed in you, plant. Yeah, sod running down corridors. That's for scrubs. Let's run down this corridor.
Oracle, we've got another problem.
What now? Two-Face? Riddler? Some kind of giant Joker robot?
Unfortunately, nothing that simple. I'm at the main sewer junction, and it appears to be...
God, a giant Joker robot. Yeah, we'll never see that in any of the Arkham games. That would be foolish, wouldn't it? Alright, so now we do more sewer climbing, but this time we have the line launcher, so we can go even higher. I mean, it is actually quite possible to get this high without the line launcher, but it would be useless to do so because we need the Ultra Bat Claw to get to the very top.
I'll shut them all.
What will happen if this Titan stuff reaches Gotham?
It won't.
Really? No grabbing things? Grabbing things is good, Batman. Why do you not grab? You. Yanking. So basically the Ultra Bat Claw, as you saw earlier, gives Batman the power to yank walls down. Oh, and somehow that missed. I don't know why, sometimes it misses. That was disappointing. You're supposed to yank all three of those goons down and definitely not kill them from that fall. Anyway, these two guards are armed, so I really hope this guy doesn't shoot me with his gun. No, okay. I have no idea why, he just kind of stands there and watches. Fascinating. Anyway, so now it is time for a Predator room. This would probably be the toughest Predator room in the game if we actually did it.
I mean, what would you do if all of a sudden a Batman appeared right next to you, taking down your mate? Would you, oh my god, boom!
Yeah.
Or would you,
just wait and see what he does next?
Yeah.
Like a
That's
forensic
so
study. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe that guy studied anthropology and is just kind of, yeah, I wonder what's going to happen next. It's an interesting and unique time to get a quick insight into the mind of the Batman.
Yeah.
I mean, the obvious solution is that he'd beat me up, but you never know. So yeah, that's the Predator room. So that, yeah, for whatever reason, that little device that I exploded, there's a goon in that room standing right next to that who does not react to the little control panel exploding. So he goes, yeah, control panels explode, probably normal.
Yeah.
Now these goons actually do react to control panels exploding. Unfortunately, I'm up here and they're down there and they can't get me. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. I think one of them has a gun. Okay, one of them does have a gun, but he just declined to shoot it.
Shot fired.
Nope, shot's not fired. Anyway, so now we have what used to be my most hated fight, and now I actually quite enjoy it, which is the Elevator Titan fight. March of the Teeth. Alright, so first thing we need to do is we need to set up for this fight. So let's graffiti the floor with bat symbols. No, don't stare at it, Batman. just. I was going to say just do it, but stare like that third one there. So, because of the proxy gels, these will kind of detonate themselves. Okay. Because of this, I have enough time to lay a gel on dive roll before that Titan smashes down. Come on. Come on. You. Hey, nice shot there. Oh, what the? What? What hit me? All right. I was kind of hoping. Get out of the way, goons! Hey, want a nice juicy Batman? Come over here and get it. So here we just use the electric doors to my advantage. I am probably going to need to bat snack during this. Behold my fabulous cape of justice. Sorry, yeah. But only really works if you get into dive into there, and I'm totally bat snacking. I tried to dive out of the way and couldn't get it in time. In theory, if I managed to dive roll over that goon, then I would have been. Yeah, see, so that wasn't anything I did. That was the Titan running into the electric fence. No. Oh, okay, that's really bad. Whatever. There's too many goons. Yeah. No, don't have enough time. Okay. Nearly had it. And Titan down. That was a reasonable fight. It could have gone a lot better, but I got through without dying, and that's the important thing. I did have to bat snack. So basically, we call it bat snacking, essentially just because it's what Joker realises that Batman has snuck into the Asylum at the start of the game. But it's a cool little quirk where you can spend your upgrades on health upgrades, and each one adds 25% to your max health. It also completely recovers your current health. So it's totally worth saving for when you're in the middle of a boss fight and about to die. 4815. So I have enough experience that I'll be able to get one more bat snack for Titan Ivy and then one more for Joker. 33. Oh, we're coming up on a donation incentive. Has the incentive of Party Pooper been met? Donation station?
He's checking.
Oh, did not want that.
This island belongs to me. I am everywhere. My babies.
These plants are very, very deadly. I really do not want them to hit me.
Your kind are arrogant enough to think you can destroy us.
So I probably will start sneaking around places.
So the donation incentive for Ivy's Secret got met, but for Party Pooper, the donation incentive did not get met.
No.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. What happened to Party Pooper?
Did not get met, right?
Did not get met. Okay.
How much is missing?
Oh,
$95.
Going to die. No, no, no! Ah. If I get around the corner, I might have been able to hide from him. That is tough. That happens sometimes.
Use detective mode to identify sniper locations and targets.
But for some reason, you're also immune to sniper bullets if you're on a line launcher. On easy mode, you can. Oh, bloody plants everywhere. Actually, I'm going to knock you out.
Once again, sorry, the goal for both got met. So for Party Pooper and for Ivy Secret.
Huh?
Oh, it did get met.
It did get met. It just was not
So Party Pooper also got met.
Both got met.
Both got met. Okay,
Yeah.
we're pooping the party, guys.
Woohoo!
All right,
Party!
but first it is time for Batman to yump Batman. There we go. Right, I punch you because that plant always hurts me a lot, and I really don't feel like dying again. I just forgot. The way you cover health in this game is by getting experience. So every time you get experience, it recovers health. In hard mode, it does not recover much health, but you know it recovers some, so it's worth doing. And I got another upgrade, which is going to be my next bat snack. Oh no. Throw it. God damn it, Batman, why are you so bad at aiming?
Are you scared, Batman? You should be. You're only a man.
That is a lie. He is as much bat as he is man.
Yeah, you can tell from the name. Alright, so I don't start this fight with full health. So basically, this fight, what you're kind of supposed to do is dodge Ivy's attacks for ages and wait for her to open and make herself vulnerable. What you do instead is you keep spamming batarangs forever. There is a strat where basically Ivy taunts you when she captures you in her vines. So you can throw a batarang and time it. Oh dear, I've actually caused my batarang storage glitch. So you can time your batarang throw so that once Ivy's pod opens after she grabs you with her vines, you're then able to hit her. But in hard mode, she does too much damage, no matter how good your mashing skills are, to make that worthwhile. So we play it nice and safe.
Is there time for some donation?
Go for it. I'm just going to throw batarangs at shit until no.
Alright, we got a $5 donation by Anonymous saying, my favorite part of his run was when Robosparkle asked if he could be cheeky and request a glass of water. How incredible British! Thank you for the run, Mr. Sparkle.
No problem. Dive roll. So this is the other reason we want multi-batarangs, because basically we can throw them in quick succession, like that. Alright, so Ivy begs me not to detonate the gel, so I'm going to be kind and not detonate it manually. Unfortunately, Batman has other ideas. Alright, so this second phase is basically the same as the first, except this time there are goons. In hard mode, goons actually make this easier because I have combo batarangs, and the combo batarangs do more damage than the regular ones. So I can just keep up, as long as I keep up the punching. Oh, and I just got an indicator telling me to counter. The game does that if it thinks you're not countering enough. So you see, just from doing the combat-y bit, I took off nearly half her health, even before the bit where she's supposedly vulnerable. That's how powerful Batarang spam is. A boss fight that again gets repeated in Origins when we fight Firefly, using the exact same tactics of spamming Batarangs forever. So unlike the last phase where I have to wait for her to open up a second time, I should be able to finish her off whilst I'm in this part of the next phase.
Sorry, Robo, what game? I don't believe there exists a game that...
No, there's a game that's in beta at the moment. It's called Beta Man Oranges.
I've heard of this non-canonical thing that has a similar name.
Yeah. It's not bad. I quite like oranges. They're very sweet and juicy.
Must be a fan-made mod or something.
Yeah, it's a fan mod.
Sounds about right.
Okay, and that's Poison Ivy. So now I have 2 bat snacks ready, which is an excellent number of bat snacks to have. I'd like to say it practically assures my victory, but saying something like that practically assures my defeat. So, you know, whatever you like, really.
So much practicality.
Exactly. So the first thing we do is we have to take out these goons by the entrance. Come on. We actually start a bloody sequence of fights.
Monster sale, oh, that's what the sign reads.
Yeah.
So why are they selling monsters? Because they can?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're needed for the party, you see.
Ah.
All right, so this is the party. There is a achievement on Xbox, on Steam, and probably on PS3 as well, called Party Pooper, for the egregious act of KOing all of the goons here. So let's get this party started, shall we? Ah, come on. It's really does not like me throwing batarangs at the moment. Okay. I was expecting one of them to charge me, but apparently they've all got other ideas. This is actually quite hard to see what's going on with all the bats surrounding everything and having no indicators as to who's about to attack you. Quite. Bugger. And the clutch win. I probably should have played it more carefully considering I'm about to go into a fight, but I've got 2 bat snacks to hand, so I can afford to be a bit flimsy. So, a chap named Diabuck, who helps break this game and runs it occasionally, discovered that this pane of glass here is actually not solid at all. It's totally walk-throughable. The problem is it's too high. It is in theory possible to get up here off this broom. I've not seen it done before. I'm not sure it's possible, but I'd quite like to think that broom skip can soon be a thing that would let you get into Joker early. Unfortunately, getting into the final fight early doesn't actually help, because even if you go in with the Ultra Batclaw before Poison Ivy, you still have to go back and beat Poison Ivy before the game considers it completed. But hey, you know, that's just step 1 towards reverse boss order, right?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I mean, if it saves time.
No.
Oh.
I mean, it'd save time over waiting for Joker to just, you know, blow the thing up manually. All right, so now we've got 2 Titans and a bunch of goons. Yay.
They really weren't creative in their boss designs.
Ah, dang it. Well, that didn't go so well. Since I'm far enough away from goons, I can use these strats there. Crap, come on. There you go. And we can go back to Titans, beating up Titans again. Really just interrupting everything you do. Actually, I've got 2 back snacks. I'm going to take one now. I'm not really close to death, but waste not, want not, right? I should not need 2 bat snacks to beat Titan Joker. Alright, luckily, if I dive roll over a goon, I'm invincible. So, totally abusing that mechanic, thank you very much. Dive out of the way. So in some respects, having the goons around actually makes this fight a little bit easier because Batman can use his free flow combo to essentially float all over the place. Yeah, let's yank you off. Not deadly.
Nicely done, Bats. You deserve a prize.
Come on. Come on, I've got an estimate to hit. Thank you, Joker. Okay, so now we get to fight Titan Joker.
Climb out of this hole a little bit.
Yeah, and by fight Titan Joker, I mean just dodge him for a bit and then fight his goons. I'll be perfectly honest, the boss fights in Arkham Asylum aren't as good. They did improve with some of them in City though, in particular the Mr. Freeze and the Rachel Ghoul fights. So again, in this case, you just basically want to use the electric fences, use yanking people off the edges of things to get this fight done quickly. And just in case you're not sure, okay, they're all down. No, come on, destroy that first. If you don't destroy all the goons and take out all the goons and destroy the little walking bombs first, then you will get interrupted and you have to fight the phase all over again. So if we dive roll away there, we get to see a bit of a bat flex. Try to dive roll in a better location to see it better. Run away, run away. Basically, the whole point of this section is to just try and get Joker to end up as close to this corner as possible so he immediately jumps up. Alright, I'm going to rely on the auto destination gel there.
Do we have time for some donations?
Really? Oh, there was a knife goon there and he nearly slashed me. I don't know why he wasn't electrocuted, but he wasn't. Actually, if we're lucky, the knife goon will get knocked down by Joker. Come on. Come on.
This is almost like...
There he goes.
Like the hitboxes at the bell thingy. Oh, that's nice.
Yay! Thank you for the key. And or Bangera. Alright, let's get you.
Now I have Robo's glass of water and Robo's wallet.
I'm not going to make my estimate. I blame Bell Skip. "21 seconds over, but
I think we can live with that. I would clap, but I've got things in my hand at the moment. Oh, thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
You still lose your kneecaps, Robo. Over's over.
Well, it's that damn Poison Ivy cutscene. That cost 30 seconds. You know, I can't think of any other single event in the game that cost me more time than that.